Good afternoon. It is Tuesday, March 31st, and today's lesson is all about conducting an interview. And normally, if we were in the classroom, eighth graders would have definitely been conducting an interview, and possibly seventh graders, depending on what unit we were working on. So you need to understand how to actually conduct an interview, because a lot of times that information is going to be put into a paper that you have written about social studies. Okay, so first you're going to watch the video, and you're going to see the techniques and different things of how to conduct an interview. And then you're going to read the text that goes along with this lesson. And then you're going to go on to that first part, which is practicing your skill. And that's questions 1 through 8. And you're going to answer those questions directly from the reading. So when it asks you what important points should you keep in mind when choosing a topic for your interview, you're going to get that information right out of that prior paragraphs of where you read all about how to conduct an interview, okay? And then you're going to move on from there, and you go on to applying the skill. Now, in this section, there's 3 different questions, right? With question 1, you have to pick a topic. There are topics A through J. You get to pick the topic. It doesn't matter to me, right? So you pick the topic. First thing, one thing you have to do. Part 2, question 2 says, identify 4 categories of people who can help supply you with firsthand information about the topic. Well, it's going to depend on which topic you chose, and then you have to give me 4 people who can supply you with a primary source, firsthand information about that, right? And then in question 3, it says prepare 7 open-ended questions to ask your interviewee. And you're going to get how to ask an open-ended question in your reading. And just FYI, for your information, an open-ended question never ends with a yes or no answer. You don't want someone to say, so, did you agree with the war? Yes. Well, now we're kind of stuck. We don't really have any more information. So when you ask an open-ended question, and maybe you're talking to somebody who was involved in World War II, there are still some people alive. Or maybe you're talking to somebody who was involved in the Vietnam War, and you would ask the question to say, what was your experience with the Vietnam War? You see, you can't answer yes or no to that question. You want an open-ended question, and it's telling you have to have 7 of those, right? So then we're going to move on, and it says applying the skill 2. This section of the worksheet will help you analyze your interview. So after you've conducted the interview, complete each of the items below, right? Now, obviously, if you don't have 4 people in your household, you're going to need to reach out to people either via phone or email or instant message, FaceTime, however you want to do that. But you have to have 4 people that you can interview about the topic that you have chosen, right? So, topic of the interview, you're going to answer that. Name of the interviewee, you're going to answer all of those questions. That's 1 through 9. And then at the end, a summary of the interview. If you're going to give me a summary of an interview that you've done with 4 people, you are going to need to have at least 3 to 4 paragraphs, right? Even in a summary, because you're going to tell me what each of those people said, and then you have to have a conclusion to that interview. So today is all about how to conduct an interview. Actually, I love doing this part. It's very interesting. You get to hear how people feel and think about things. You get firsthand information, and then you get to kind of experience what they felt or what they know about whatever it is the subject that you chose. Again, video first, reading, and then complete practicing your skill, applying your skill 1, 2, and 3. Again, it's so much easier if you do it on a Google Doc and you turn that in for me. If you can't, that's fine. I understand. But making sure that I get the information so that I can give you hints as to what you might need to go back and try again. As always, be safe and be well, and I will see you again on here tomorrow. Have a great day.